Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. It's Houston facing the home team. The story here is the return of Spencer Dinwiddie, who had been sidelined with the injury.
Well, they had lost a lot off their fastball when he was on the sideline with that injury, guys. Things really started to unravel for them shortly after he got hurt, and they just couldn't piece it back together.
And that's what makes his return such a major development. Even if it takes him a while to get back into the flow, just having him out there gives them a boost.
Now, here's Thompson. The shot's good. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blow-up, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
Out to Thompson. Pass to Thompson. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
3 points.
Thompson's got 5.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And here's Houston. To the inside. Allen. The layup off target.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep. And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Cunningham with it. Picked up by Thompson. Poke loose. And stolen by Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Pass to Exum. Back to Cunningham. And stolen by Thompson. For the finish. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now here's Cunningham. There's a screen. And it's Exum in the corner. Nobody near Barnes. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Launches it. And Thompson is good for three.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
Cunningham looking it over. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Pass to Edey. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some... reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Inside. Here's Edey. Hits the jump hook. Now, here's Thompson. He's got 9. Pass to Ellis. Back to Thompson. Now, here's Ellis. Thompson right side. 6 to shoot. Nobody near Allen. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Cunningham outside. From the arc. Rebounded by Ellis. Rockets leading by 6. And stolen by Barnes. Exum with it. Picked up by Thompson. To the paint. Edey gets the bucket. Edey's got his second basket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to Bull. Out to Thompson. The tray. And another 3 for Houston.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And here is Barnes. Here's Edey. A 3 ball. Allen with the rebound. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now Ellis. Nothing on the board. Thompson surveying the floor. Off target at the rim.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Your home team.
And that concludes the first quarter of play.
18.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Houston.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's Thompson. Kicks it out to Allen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Pass to Hawkins. To the middle. Here's Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
Here's Shepard. He has yet to score. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Cunningham with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now, here's Cunningham. Pass to Thibault. Back to Smith. 5 on the clock. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Great Kentucky native Reed Shepard followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
How cool was that? His dad, winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do. Wow, I mean, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Here's a Kobe. Still scoreless. Offensive rebound. And here's Cunningham. Pass to Smith. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Tice. Here's a Kogi. Clock at 6. Tice with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham. Drills the three-pointer.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Pass to Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
This one has been all about Amin Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Now here's Thompson. He's got 16. Houston moving it around. Scooped up. Shepard with the ball. Here's Tice. Off target from three-point range. Here's Smith. 6 points for him. Down low. To the paint. Here's Thibault.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
On the wing, Barnes. Off target with his three. Rockets leading by 4.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
To the inside. It's stolen by Shepard. Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
An extremely unselfish player. Shepard loves to get others involved and create for his teammates.
Here's the screen. And the dunk by Barnes.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Poked away. And stolen by Barnes. It's Hawkins on the wing. Now, here's Cunningham. Hasn't made one yet.
Just a special offensive talent. We don't see guys like Cunningham come through the league that often.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Now here's Van Vliet. Thompson for 3. And it's Rizichet with the rebound.
After connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
The shot's good from Tice. Tice has got himself on the board with 3 there. They set the pick. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Houston on top, up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Pass to Edey. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Ellis. It's Allen on the wing. And Bull wide open. He shoots. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pass to Thibault. Back to Cunningham. Here's Edey. For the tie. It's good. Edey's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Thompson is double. Ellis wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Ellis has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass Pass to Exum. And here is Barnes. He's covered by Thompson. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for your home team, Harrison Barnes.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Thompson with it. Now defended by Exum. Thompson in the posts. Late 18 points from Amen Thompson. Now Cunningham. Pass to Edey. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Oh, coming out hot, hot, hot. 4 out of 4 for the field. Okay.
Thompson in the corner. Thompson outside. And here is Ellis. Screen by Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thompson misses.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Inside. Edey. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that's something Cunningham takes pride in. Sharp read with that pinpoint pass.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 18. Out to Thompson. Houston needs to get a shot. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Cunningham with it. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it. This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Houston trails by 5. Here's Thompson. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Allen in the post. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. To stop the run. Kicks it out to Ellis. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
I love the intensity dial up here from a defensive standpoint in the second half. Doing a much better job.
Here's Cunningham. They set the pick.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the third quarter. Pass to Rizichet. And the dunk by Rizichet.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
Second chance effort. Allen, that's good. Allen's got his second basket of the night.
When you have a traditional big man like Allen, you expect those offensive boards. Second chance points are a must.
Now, here's Cunningham. Exum deciding where to go with it. Here's Rizichet.
Yeah, if you give Rizichet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
The screen from Thompson. Thompson outside. Pass to Ellis. Back to Thompson. Houston moving it around. 4 on the shot clock. Over Thibault. Again, the miss by Thompson.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Fires the 3. Got it. Nice one there from Exum. Exum's got 6 points.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From downtown, here's Bull. From deep, Ellis. And it's Ricochet with the rebound. Here's Cunningham. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Here's Ricochet. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Up by 10. And time.
40.
And with 3/4 behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Trailing by 10. Allen for 3. Edey with the rebound. Now, here's Cunningham. Here's Exum. They get it again. Pass to Edey. And that's a foul called on Bull. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Barnes for 3. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Stolen by Exum. Here we go, 1-on-1. Now Thibault. Pass to Edey. The jump hook. Back to Thibault. Thibault on the wing. And at last, they get one to fall.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Cunningham. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. A jump hook. Edey gets the bucket. Edey's got 10 points here in the second half.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And he got a couple to fall from long distance in the first half, but still looking for that number 3.
That free throw good from Thompson. And RJ, even without a consistent jumper, Amen Thompson has proven to be a productive player.
And that jumper should develop over time, but he does everything else at a high level. He's extremely versatile, especially on that defensive end, Kevin.
Cunningham outside. Here's Edey. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Edey's got 4 this quarter.
This is not the same guy we saw in the first half. Credit him for finding a way to shake off those first 2 quarters.
The Rockets again can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Exum with a wide open look. Good on the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Thompson in the corner. Another miss by Houston. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. And taken away by Ellis. Barnes grabs the miss.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit.
It's not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Thompson. Looking to end the run. Hands it from downtown.
I just love how fast Thompson gets his shot off. It makes him so much more lethal.
Well, a lot of former NBA players have a hard time, RJ, giving credit to current NBA stars. Why do you think that is?
I think so quickly we don't hold next generation to the same standard as prior generations. I don't get into all of that stuff about who is better and who is greater. I just focus on the growth of the game.
Pass to Thompson. Bull with it. Out to Thompson.
2 minutes.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the
Side out.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
.157 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Exum. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. It's good from long range. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Bangs home the trifecta.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
And it's Exum in the corner. Back to Cunningham. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
Spins. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson. Good D by Barnes. Bible on the wing. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
There's Ellis with the 3 ball. Edey with the rebound. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And here's Cunningham. Pass to Edey. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. And so they get the victory here at home. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front.